Hello guys, welcome to LawPutra YouTube channel, and our today's topic is the definition of state in the context of Article 12 of the Indian Constitution. So, what do you think is the meaning of state? Do you think it is only executive, legislature and judiciary? No, there is much more to it. Let me explain to you in this video. Under Article 12 of the Constitution, the term state refers to the entire machinery of the government, either at the national level or state level. So it includes the executive branch, legislative branch, judiciary branch, and also any department or agency established by the Constitution of India. Now, let us look at a landmark case of the Supreme Court, which has given the interpretation of the term state. Because we know that the term state has been evolved through various judgments. Let us look at one such landmark judgment, which is R.D. Shetty versus International Airport Authority of India, 1979. This judgment has identified 4 categories which constitute the state under Article 12. What are those 4 categories? Those 4 categories are government, legislature, local authorities, and other authorities. So, what do you mean by government? Government includes the central government and the state government. And let's go to the next category, which is legislature. So, what is legislature? It includes central legislature and state legislature. Okay, now what do you mean by local authority? Local authority refers to the bodies or authorities that are created by law at the local level, such as municipal corporations, panchayats, and other similar institutions. Okay, now let's go to the next category, which is other authorities. Other authorities refers to the entities that are created by the Constitution or a statute. They perform government functions which are of public nature. So it includes bodies like statutory corporations, public sector undertakings, and regulatory authorities. Now, these categories, what I told you, provide a general framework that courts have recognized for the definition of state. But these categories are just like a thumb rule. The definition of state is not rigid. It can evolve based on the specific context and facts of each case. The judiciary has adopted a broad interpretation of the term state. Let us come to the question whether private bodies and NGOs can fall under the definition of state or not. Generally, private bodies and NGOs are not considered state under Article 12. But there is one exception. If an NGO or a private body is substantially financed, controlled, or functionally linked to the government, then it can be called as a state in certain circumstances. Only if they perform functions that are traditionally done by the government and have a significant public impact. Now I am coming to the question, Why did the judiciary give a broad interpretation for the term state? That is because the courts want to protect the fundamental rights of the citizens against potential violations of the state. And that is the reason. Because Article 226 of the Constitution grants the High Courts the power to issue writs for the enforcement of fundamental rights. If a violation of fundamental rights occur, even by a non-state entity, the courts can exercise their writ jurisdiction to protect those rights. The expression other authorities has neither been defined in the Constitution nor in statute. It is therefore left for the courts to interpret this expression so as to determine the scope and width of the fundamental rights. In University of Madras versus Shantabai, in this case, the Madras High Court evaluated the principle of aegis dem generis, which means only authorities that perform governmental or sovereign functions can be included under Article 12. Now let us look at the case Pradeep Kumar Biswas versus Indian Institute of Chemical Biology. In this case, it was decided that in case if government performs only regulatory functions, the body cannot be called as a state. But in case the government performs more than regulatory functions, that is, the government controls the body financially, functionally, and administratively, then it can be included under the definition of state. So guys, if you have any doubts, you can put it in the comment section given below. And thank you for watching LawPutra. I hope you understood the concept of definition of state under Article 12 of Indian Constitution. Please do like, share and subscribe this video. And the case laws given in the video will help you to summarize the concept. Please stay tuned to get many more useful information.